Mark in the count. The swing arm now coming back as our countdown continues.
Good afternoon, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Brick Something News. It is Sunday. It is time to talk toys. What's up, man? We're here with ComicFanMan of ComicFanMan Toy Reviews. What's up, man?
Hello. What's up? What's up? What's up?
There it is. The CFM represent.
Yeah, man. Out here
out
talking
today.
toys.
Yeah.
Anytime, man. I'm really it's a pleasure, man.
For sure. You're funny, what you were saying before, but I'm so glad that you're able to hang out. This is totally like I was saying right before we got on. Like this is I don't know. I feel like for me, this is my old man socializing thing, but just finding like folks that we can we can just geek out for a little bit and talk about the fun stuff and ignore all the nasty stuff and, compare notes. Yep. And you've been, so folks who are maybe unfamiliar, you should head over to ComicFanMan's, you know what, I should put that directly into the chat. But you all should head over to ComicFanMan's channel right now, and I'm going to do that and hit the subscribe and do all those things that people do. Let me see. I will be doing that. But I found you because I was, trying to figure out all the new Chronicles stuff, and I haven't actually got any in hand, and I loved Masterverse, and I was real curious. So then I was just looking at reviews, and I found your stuff, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool! Oh, check out, he's looking at this and this, and he's into these kinds of toys." And I, again, that's my thing. It's like, cool, great reviews. Love to just sort of hear your takes on stuff. How long have you been doing it? The channel?
Awesome, man. Thank you so much, first of all, for having me.
Yeah.
I've been doing it. This is my 4th year, and I'd like to show you the first 3 figures here. These are my
nice.
These are my first top 10 figures from. This is the number 1 from 2023.
Okay.
Of course, 40th anniversary He-Man Masterverse.
Now, did you get that one in the 2-pack, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, or did you get the separate one?
That's the separate one. I do have the San Diego one.
Yep.
But that one is in my vault.
Gotcha.
With the Skeletor. Yes. I do have a review of that one. I did pull them out and all. But I put them away because I have this one out. My second number 1 figure here was from 2024. Maestro Union's Blade Master Wang. Come on.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And this year there's supposed to be a version 2.
Have you? So you've looked at that and you've seen the articulation he's got going on?
Oh, maravilla!
Much. See, maravilloso. It's much improved, man.
Like right now, even this one, he has great articulation, but you got to remove the hip harness.
Yeah.
Once you remove that, he can do all sorts of kung fu stuff.
Yeah, so, I have him on fours, like kind of stalking. Yeah. But you're right. He's got a lot of that big plastic cape and some stuff that for some reason they did in a really heavy heavy plastic, which is odd, but still cool.
Yeah. The look is amazing though. Once you have it all together like that. And then of course last year's number 1 figure was my homeboy Joe Madureira's Death. From Darksiders. Well, he's not Death. He's a Kozer Toys and Demon Flame Studios version of Death.
Yes, Joe Mad. So you're a comic guy, comic fan, man. So it sounds like you're familiar with Joe Madureira's stuff. But can I just say, I have that figure. It's in a box. Unopened. Somewhere.
Oh no!
so bad. I was
I
just
know
talking
the
to
feeling,
dude.
because
So
before
dumb.
I reviewed him,
So dumb.
before I reviewed him, I lost the box.
Okay.
It took me like 4 months, and like I was cleaning out my frame shop. I do custom picture framing on as my normal thing.
Nice.
So I was cleaning out my frame shop, and I found the box, and I was like, oh shoot, I forgot about this figure.
It's bad. What are we doing?
Yes.
Like, so we
Yeah.
did say, and so who was it? It was Larry picking up on it. Yeah. So we're this old man socializing, but also like it's pretty bad. We got this addiction, and so much so that we're losing the stuff that we're getting. What are we doing? No,
I
but
was like, oh man. But
you get these
no,
fun little
amazing.
nuggets later. It's funny. I've seen it. People have talked to me about it. I know it's a dope figure, like from what I've seen at least, and it's got that kind of Revoltech Kyoto thing going on.
Yeah.
But I actually haven't handled mine, and I feel really stupid.
And
So
he does also have black lighting.
oh, nice. Look how
So
awesome that is, man. I'm a fan of that. The first figure that I've actually been able to check that out with was it was like a necromancer from World of Warcraft. It was the Grey Knight Studio one, but then they did the Forge Knight one, the big. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
right when you did it, it's like I don't know what time it is where you're at. Oh, it's 6:54 where you're at.
Yeah.
But obviously you've got full lights on. You shine that thing on it, and it popped. Like I'm more of a fan of that than glow in the dark personally, because I don't know. I'm generally like I don't care if it glows when I'm not in the room. I kind of want to be able to control. But and I just feel like it's a lot stronger. Like when you just lit it up right now, I could totally see it. Really cool.
And,
anyway, ComicFanMan. Sorry, was those the first 3 years? 23, 24?
Those were the first 3 #1 figures for me.
Okay. I want to hear a little bit later about like what's been exciting you so far, but let's say hello to our homies that are hanging out with us so far. From all the way from Canada, Mr. Ryan Clark. What's up, man? Good to see you. This guy I found out is a fan of Darwin Cook's The New Frontier today. And you're a comic guy. You're familiar with this? Yes. Yeah. You're like nodding. Cool. I told somebody it was on Adam Highly Articulated stream, and I don't think he was familiar. And I was just saying, you got to both watch it and read it. So I don't know if have you seen the cartoon version?
I have not.
The
no,
movie.
I haven't seen it.
It's done in that Bruce Timm, like the old Justice League cartoons or Batman animated things, sort of, but it's still that Darwin Cook kind of period piece. It's very like mid-century modern art and illustration. It's perfect, man. It's like the best sort of Elseworld retelling of the universe that is my favorite, one of my favorites, sort of, because it's all encompassing, right? It sort of tells like the whole DC universe. Anyways, all that said, folks, if you haven't watched or read The New Frontier, you should. Shout out Mr. Ryan Clark for bringing that up. Larry's Geeky World is here doing the old man socializing with us. Hey, I don't know if this is Esther, probably. No, or maybe Danny. Either one. Hello. They were guests here 2 weekends ago, and I'm going to hang out with these guys at a convention that I hope to talk about today, next weekend in Los Angeles, in Redondo Beach, to be exact.
Those are the pirate figures?
No, these are gum it up makers. These are like if you took the Muppets and put them in a cartoon and had them suit up like they were He-Man. That's what this is with like, nice. It's such a, like, I just learned in talking with them 2 weeks ago that the gum it up reference is actual chewing gum, and the source of the sort of power is this big giant pink gumball looking thing. And anyway,
Bazooka?
It was cool.
Bazooka Joe's?
Maybe not bazooka, more of a you remember, I don't know how old you are, but when I was a kid, took a quarter, threw it in, and you did the thing at the grocery store, and big old ball like that. Anywho,
I'm a grandpa, so
okay.
That should tell you enough.
Very nice, very nice. E. McNeil, what's going on? E, good to see you. Derek J. Hoover is here today. Good to see you, man. It's been a minute since I've been able to see you live. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, dude. See, old people hanging out. People of the last century is what I like to refer to us as. Nolan is saying hello to us and the chat. Hello, folks. zooming. Toy Addict, what's going on, man? Good to see you too. Love this dude. Hope everything's good in the toy making world that you're involved in, man. It's been a minute. We need to hang out soon. Ken Mas, hello. This guy, Paul Morales, 1976, similar vintage as me. We were both born on the bicentennial babies. That's what we are. Let's see who else. Zooming. Hello, everybody's talking. Oh, and this guy. Yes. Yeah. This will be my sibling who is 5 years older than me. Who basically started bringing the toys into the house before I was born, so that I could be born into the world where I thought I was wearing my Star Wars shirt, where Star Wars was already a thing. Well, I was born a year before Star Wars, but yeah, where I don't know, what else did we have then? Buck Rogers was a thing already in my house. Micronauts were kind of a thing. I think we picked those toys up at a garage sale later, but yeah, he kind of paved the way. Shogun Warriors, etc. So all right. Awesome. So hello to everybody who's joining us. Welcome to the Old People Socializing Hour about toys. Comic Fan Man, you told me the 3 action figures from the history of your channel, I'm assuming. So like that's you're doing these sort of things. I'm very bad about that. I think I've done 1 year where I actually was able to get it together and do what I called the best toys of the year. It was 2 years ago, and BEST was an acronym for bullshit estimation of superior toys or something like that. Because it's like
it sounds about right though,
right? It's just like I just get really cool toys, and here's the thing: people are always like, "You're always talking about how great the toys you have are," and you're never really critical. And it's like, well, it's not so much that you need to read between the lines, because I have a finite amount of money, and so I prefer not to throw money at things I'm not going to like. So I've already kind of filtered out the things that I'm not into. So if you hear me, talking about like, hey, check out this toy that I got, it's amazing. It's because like I had a strong feeling that I was going to be interested in putting money on that toy. So that's 100%. It. I'm not really good at those. Yeah. So how do you? I'm curious. Because, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I do exactly the same thing. Everybody like. Some folks also tell me like you're not critical, or like Anthony's Customs or something. It's like, guys, I don't have that kind of cash. Like if I'm going to review something, it's going to be positive because it's something that I want.
Right.
I think the only figure that I've ever reviewed that was bad right off the bat was the BVS Wonder Woman by McFarlane Toys. Where I start the video very positive because she's in the box and she looks wonderful.
Yeah.
And as soon as I took her out the box, I was like, what did they do? Because her legs, the way they were designed, she had like knock knees, and pigeon toes.
Oh.
And I was like, what is this? So
even if you heat her up, you can't straighten those toes
out? No. The way she's designed, it's just really awkward. So like you can, like if you put her in a dynamic position, like it's okay, but it's just like, no, man, like how is this not caught? Like nobody looked at the production line and say like, hey, this doesn't look good. So but that's really like everything else. I'm a very positive person. I have a sunny outlook on pretty much everything. And I try to keep it that way because I have kids, I have granddaughters, and and I don't want them to be brought down by the nonsense of the world. They've already got enough negativity out there, and TikTok and their friends and all that. I'm not going to be the person to do that. I'm going to be the person that's going to try to build them up.
For sure. And we're talking toys, which is like clearly a thing that we love. Ryan gets it. He's like, why buy figures are bad just to give negative reviews? Seems like a waste. Exactly. And I guess you know what, there is something to be said about, like, I understand the economics and logistics of the algorithm and stuff, so maybe there's a little bit to that whole thing, but I don't know. Again, like I've got a job. Like this is supposed to be fun for me.
Yeah, exactly. And like, if the companies want to throw me figures for reviews, more than happy to take it. But if I'm spending my money on it,
sure.
I got to make sure that I want it, that it's something that I really desire.
Yeah. It's funny. I've gotten a couple of things, just a very few, and I feel guilty and pressure because I actually have not done a ton of like sort of reviews. I used to do unboxing things. I call them unbox something, and I just haven't had the time. Like this is the main thing I've been doing, this and shorts, the live show and shorts. So,
And this is
but
amazing. Like the fact that you're giving a platform to like independent toy makers and other creatives is really like it's humbling for me. Like it's like you're
cool.
doing you're doing a really amazing job out here in the YouTube sphere.
Love it. Out here in these mean YouTube streets. What's up,
Exactly.
Allison? What's going on? Retro Toy Princess. Allison, I've been meaning to ask, and I don't know why I don't know this answer, but are you going to be at MOTUNIVERSE next week? And then Spaded One McDysentery saying, I can easily spend $12 on a figure I know is bad, Playmates TMNT remastered, but I'll do some serious mental gymnastics over 100 plus Mezco. Yeah, that is a weird psychological thing where you're like, oh, it's a deal. Let me grab this, even though you're like, I don't totally know that. And then you're like, I don't know if I want to spend that much for a figure. So I've been in like, I have had those where I see something for cheap and I was like, oh, I'm curious. But if I stopped it, now I do the math. I'm like, okay, if I don't buy that, that's in my head. I just made $10 to push forward something else. So Brian Brink is saying nothing wrong about being positive about a figure as long as it's genuine positivity. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't think no, I know for a fact I've never been genuinely, or I've never feigned positivity about a thing. Usually it's more like, hey, why don't you ever talk about this? And I was like, why don't I ever talk about this?
Right.
Hint, hint. You know, it's like, because I generally don't want to. But okay, so before we start looking at stuff, so you started the channel 4 years ago. You've been doing things like, figuring out which are the best toys of the year. I'm just curious, now that you've, well, actually, before that, were you a kid collector, stopped for a while, and then came back into it? Like, how did that all work out?
Yeah. So, when I was a kid, the way my mom got me to stay on my P's and Q's for my grades was like every time I came home with a 95 and up, we went to the toy store.
Oh, nice.
So I remember I mentioned that when it was first grade, and it was like a spelling test. It was like 4-letter words or something like that. And
that's cool.
I thought I failed the test, and I went home and I was stressed. I was crying. But turned out I passed the test. I got my first ever 100. And the reason I remember that as my first ever 100 was because when I went home, I gave it to my mom, and we went straight to the toy store, and that was the day I got my first He-Man and Skeletor.
Oh, cool! Two
So
toys.
that was the beginning of my trip down MOTU.
Got it.
Obviously, at some point, everybody's like, "You're too big for toys," so had to give everything off.
When did that hit for you? What age?
I want to say about 7th or 8th grade was when that was. Everybody was like, "Nah, you're too big for toys. You shouldn't be buying him toys." Blah blah blah. So then it became like sweaters and like grungy jeans, stonewashed jeans. But and then later on, when I became a worker bee and I started to make my own check, 2002, MOTU came out, and I started collecting those figures.
So 2000X, Mike Young Productions stuff.
Yes, absolutely.
4 Horsemen,
Loved
sculpted by
it.
the 4 Horsemen. Yep, cool.
Absolutely, because I was buying, actually before that, I was buying the McFarlane like hyper realistic figures.
Sure.
And that was when I learned about the 4 Horsemen.
Okay, cool. So you were like aware of them as makers behind the toys even back then?
Yes, I
Okay,
was
cool.
not like I heard the name, not like I was like I
Right.
knew who they
Yeah.
were, but I heard the
Mhm.
name.
Yeah.
And then I heard they were going to Mattel to do 2000X, the
Uh,
new He-Man designs, and I was like,
cool.
oh, okay.
Yep.
So I bought then, and then about 2008, 2007, I think just before the classic line was getting ready to launch,
Yep.
I met my wife, and then we started our family. So I
Nice.
missed the whole classics run.
Stupid
And
kids.
it's like, oh, crazy change of life. But
But we've lived long
amazing.
enough to see some really great things since then. So just want
Yes,
to, throw that out there. Okay, sorry. Keep going. My
absolutely.
bad.
Absolutely. As it is, I was able to finally get my classics He-Man. So
Yeah.
that made
And
me
that's a
very
good
happy.
one. That's a
Yeah.
really great. Was it like the first one that they released, or did you get one of the later?
This
Was
I
that the
don't know.
original?
This
Okay.
this was one of the like the eBay ones, but this is a custom head.
Okay.
Somebody actually painted this.
Okay.
So that was that figure. So then yeah, so had to, raise a family and do all that. And yeah, it was fantastic. And then um just after COVID,
Yeah.
we
A
started
lot of us.
going, yeah, just after COVID was when Masterverse was announced and
Mhm.
Origins. And I didn't get into the Origins figures. Like I bought the initial like He-Man and Skeletor. I didn't like the way that He-Man head came out, but
Mhm.
then they re-released them with the vintage style head.
Right.
Um, but I didn't like the colors of Origins. Like something
Mhm.
felt off about the colors for me. So
Like the
it
whole
didn't.
line, or he in particular?
Yeah, no, the whole line.
Interesting.
Like
Okay.
I felt like because I still have some of the vintage figures
Uh-huh.
because I was able to get them. So it felt awkward to me.
It didn't match
Like
up. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
they almost felt like a Temu version, even though they had better articulation.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
because of
Yeah.
the color schemes, it just didn't
Very
work for me.
orangey, right? Like especially the
Yeah,
He-Man's lean on the
yeah.
orange side for sure.
But then Masterverse is like, okay, it's a whole different reimagination. And I I I passed on the first wave because Revelation happened, and I'm one of those guys that did not like Revelation at all.
Okay. We'll talk. We'll
Revolution
talk.
was amazing. I
Okay.
loved Revolution. It was an
Uh-huh.
amazing bounce back, but
Yeah.
I couldn't stand Revelation, so I skipped the first few waves.
Strong.
But
We
then
can stand it. Okay. We'll talk.
but but then they released the 40th anniversary He-Man,
Yep.
and
Yep.
then I was like, oh, these figures are amazing, and then I went back and started to get into
So
the
I
Masters.
sort of know the answer, but just it's a lot of it has to do with the body type, right? So the 40th anniversary you liked more so than the first sort of set of Masterverse, is that right? Because of the bulk of that 40th anniversary buck, or not so much?
Not so much.
Okay.
It was more the fact that it had nothing to do with Revelation.
Oh, I see. Got it. Okay. Got it.
Because
Got it. Got
then
it.
they did that and they were doing the new Eternia line, and that
Sure.
was what kind of brought me into the Masters.
Okay. Very cool.
So yeah.
I love that because, and that's a smart part. That's a smart thing on Mattel's part, I think, is that
Yes.
they understand what they have. They understand that they need to make it evergreen, meaning the Masters of the Universe property, and that sometimes will mean that you're essentially recreating. Like you have to recreate this thing, and I know sometimes it's not going to hit, but what folks need to, like, looking back all the way to the beginning, 40 years now, it's been recreating itself for a long time. And I mean, I would say even as early as during the vintage line, like that was one of those things where it was like one of the first lines where, you'd get He-Man and then later you get Battle Armor He-Man and then you get Thunderpunch He-Man or Flying Fist He-Man. And,
Yes.
like there was that notion of things. This is well before we got Batman in a bunch of different camo suits and ice suits and whatever,
Yes.
right? Joe wasn't doing that until much later when we got Snake Eyes and then we got a new Snake Eyes. Like, I guess that's probably the closest. And then we had Cobra Commander. But it seemed like MOTU was really like all about that and doing variants. And so after that, then there was New Adventures, and then there was 2000X, and there was Classics, and then they just kept going. Like when they said we're going to do Origins, it's leaning towards the vintage to try and bring some of those folks back, but it's something new.
Yes.
And then CGI and mass. Anyways, I love it, and I'm excited about it, which I think will bring us to our first topic proper in a little bit. But I do want to know current toys. What are you looking at right now? What are some of the, because you mentioned some of your bests. What are like three, not necessarily the best of the year, but three things that you're just really into right now that you're excited with playing with?
Well, right now for me, would be LPZZ. Like the LPZZ Batman. I think they just announced the Arkham Knight. There is a Deathstroke.
So help me out. This one is an LPZZ of what Batman is? Isn't that an Arkham Batman?
Arkham Knight. This is
that is Arkham Knight. Okay.
Batman. Yeah.
You're saying it was Arkham Knight Deathstroke is what you're
there's they did release the Arkham Knight's Deathstroke, and they're actually releasing the Arkham Knight, the Jason Todd.
That's right.
Figure. So that one's coming up. Like this, for me right now, this figure is absolutely amazing. So yeah,
I've never handled it, but everyone's telling me that it's really great. What is it? The articulation, sculpt, all the above? What are we talking?
The articulation and the sculpt, and the fact that, like, you know, everybody all the figures mostly have like double jointed elbows and knees, where his double jointed like elbows like actually follow the sculpt of his arm, so it looks like a natural like elbow, and the same for the knees. It does exactly the same. They added the articulation point to like his to like the Batman symbol on his chest, so it flexes just like in the game, which is pretty crazy. So what they did.
So does it open up like a Kyoto Revoltech kind of thing?
Yes.
But they made it look good with the logo and stuff, is what you're saying.
Right. It's because it actually is the chest plate of the logo. It's not like a separate chest plate that goes in.
Oh, I see now. So that's kind of floating on top, and everything else moves behind it.
And so like the engineering that LPZZ did on this figure is pretty crazy.
Great looking cape too.
And it's got like 5 wires.
See, that you have to do that, especially for Batman, right? After I don't know if I haven't played Arkham, but you know, Batman 89, when he was like coming down and it looks like a proper glider and stuff. Is Arkham like that, or is that something they just added for the figure? Okay.
No, absolutely. So it can definitely, like, he has hands that you can put it to hold the cape out, and he'll definitely do the gliding position.
Yeah, dude. Gotcha, man. So
definitely one of my top figures right now. Another one is obviously my boys at the Four Horsemen Studios, Mythic Legions.
Oh, okay.
Really digging this guy. It's the first time I was able to get Atlas.
Nice.
Because
I don't have the original.
Yeah, the originals are like crazy in the aftermarket.
Yeah, I'm good. I think this one looks great.
When I heard they were doing this one, I had to jump on it. Took forever to get here, but he's finally here, so super happy about that. And what was the other? These are the CT Toys versions of like Mafex style Hush Batman figure.
Yeah.
And these bad boys are amazing for a fraction of the price. It's wild what they were able to do. Like,
how much is that, right? I don't have any CT toy. Do I have any CT toy?
I think the Batman right now is like $30. Look at the back of accessories that they come with. Like this is his and like a Catwoman's. Like this bag is it's all full of. It's crazy like what they were able to do. And look, his cape is wired. Again, he's got multiple wires on there.
Yeah, they look great. They look great, and I know you had mentioned before this last week or so that you wanted to kind of talk about the sort of CT toys, mess toys kind of thing. And I know they've had a couple of different things, but like since we're here talking about it, what was your like, because you were talking about how it's setting a bar a little bit for toy collecting. What are your thoughts on that? Since
like it's nuts that like, you know, like this is a mess toy Spider-Man, right?
Look at that pose. Yeah. That's great.
Crazy, absolutely crazy. And again, like, you know, $30. And this is from AliExpress. So
Sure.
like it's $30 with the shipping.
Of course.
And you know, it's taking, you know, these designs from Mayfix and from Revoltech, and it's like a fraction of the price. Now I do understand they're not paying the license, right?
Right.
But it kind of it does bring it to light. There's like, how can they produce these figures for $30, but the actual companies are charging anywhere from $80 to $120 for the same exact figures?
Because we're talking Mafex, Medicom, right?
Right.
Yeah. Imports.
Like
I hear you.
Like I understand. Like, yes, you're gonna pay the license, but you're gonna tell me the license is like almost $40 or $50 a figure. Like, is that normal? Like, it's kind of like,
that's the tricky thing, though. I hear you, and since you asked the question, like neither you nor I know, right? Like we're not behind there, so we don't know what the licensing deal is from WB or whoever it is now. And so one, we don't know. Two, it is an import toy too, so there's something to be said, and we're importing it from Japan because Medicom is out of Japan, right? Yeah.
Right.
And so these are folks in China around the factory who have access to understanding the tooling and the assembly, and have somehow magically essentially produced very similar toys using, especially when it comes to Spider-Man, really, like they could use essentially the same tooling if, again, through magic. But because of that, right, there's a lot less R&D, which is where a lot of your costs are, which frankly, like the R&D, the design, the tooling, and the troubleshooting of tolerances, like that's all time in the factory that you're working with those folks to kind of get right. So that's money. Then there's a license, then it goes to Japan, and then Japan sells it to the world. And so I'm not saying it's like that equals $70 or whatever it is, but I understand maybe where that money is. That said, I have plenty of unlicensed toys, particularly World of Warcraft. I have bought one Daredevil that was unlicensed, and what was the other one? What's his name? Ultron. Just because I was curious too. And it was bigger. Like my toys, you know, Masterverse, AWOC, Four Horsemen tend to be on the larger side. So the mess toys are dope. They're just smaller for me. So
you're not
anyway. Go ahead.
So like so you're not into like the 6-inch, everything has to be 6-inch scale?
Generally speaking, no. Like it helps me. It helps me resist properties and toys that I would otherwise love to buy. But no SH for me. Very limited Figma for me. And then even stuff like by Hasbro, that's sort of like Hasbro US quote unquote 6-inch scale tends to be on the smaller side, with the exception of, you know, I'm looking at like Sunspot and Magic. Some like just key characters, Marvel Legends that I love, that I can kind of work just because, they're kids or whatever. Anyway, I hear you.
Odin Allfather.
Yes. And it does also call into question. I don't think, I think the question is still fair. Like, where's this price coming from? But anyway, as you've said before, and you and I have talked about, like the quality's wild. It's really good. Like I've seen those. My brother has one of the Wolverines.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, I get it. I get why
the Wolverine was like $18.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. How do they do it? I think Brian has an answer. It's the lunchtime specials out of the factory. Yeah. Can you imagine these guys carrying a massive steel mold? Now, who knows what exactly is happening, but, you know.
I mean, another figure that kind of
Jim
brought this out to me was the premium DNA Earthworm Jim. Most people don't even have this yet. This has been on pre-order for like 3 years now.
That situation's rough. Yeah.
And you know, I was able to get this from AliExpress for like $15 versus the $50-$60 they're asking for.
Yeah.
Like, that's wild. Like,
yeah. It is wild. The wild west and the wild
East,
for sure.
He is amazing. I love this guy.
That's that 90s video game goodness.
Oh,
we got a couple people who've joined us. Recon Rage, Blake, what's going on, man? Really great to see you. He's got a big show coming up June 13th, June 14th next month. The Pacific Northwest Legions meetup. I think I said that right. It looks like an amazing show. I was planning on going, and anyway, that's not a good situation, but I'm really, you know, it's gonna be a great show. Jeremy Gerard from the studio, from Four Horsemen Studio, is gonna be there, which is awesome. Amazing that he'll be out there, and all the Legions folks up in the Pacific Northwest. And I know a couple of people from Sacramento who are driving up. It looks like an amazing show. So what's up, Blake? And we've got somebody else I saw. This guy, Video Power Gaming. I'll be seeing you next weekend at MOTUNIVERSE. Isn't that right? Oh, and look who else just jumped in. Trevor, 1/6 shooter of Four Horsemen fame, and like shooting amazing photos of all the great toys that I love.
Trevor, these.
Ooh, hold that up for a sec. What was that?
Legendary Barbarian with the New Eternia harness there, huh?
I love that symbol. See, like, that's a cool symbol. That and even the H, like, because it's not of our world. That's like a stylized version of that Iron Cross.
Yes.
So anyway, okay, let us talk about MOTUNIVERSE since we're there. MOTUNIVERSE, which is pronounced like tune, like uni, not like tuna. Because I know Mikey and Mega J are kind of like wondering why people are saying tuna, like tuna. But and I should also say, like I always forget to do, but all the links to everything me and ComicFanMan are talking about will be up on the doc that you can access at the URL that's sliding across the screen, bit.ly/Brick Something News, capital B, capital S, capital News, because some of it's news and a lot of it's BS. So check that out. But
44 years of He-Man. Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
41 of She-Ra.
Way back in the 1900s, there was a thing called Masters of the Universe. And so these guys are doing this con next weekend. Their slogan is "The fans have the power, or we have the power." Because I don't know if you're familiar with this. I know you're an East Coast guy. So dope toy shows are like you sneeze and it exists in the East Coast, it seems like. Right. So out here on the West, we don't have nearly as much going on in terms of cool toy shows. There are some, but
of course, now you got the one that I would want to go to.
Well, I should say we got it back because many moons ago, we used to have PowerCon regularly in the LA area, and they would work with Mattel directly because they're based in the LA area. And then that went through. And then after the pandemic, I think they did one more. They used to actually be at the same hotel that this thing is going to be at next weekend. And Mikey, who started this idea along with Mega J, but it started with Mikey, Attorney and Royalty. He used to go to those PowerCons, and like he was a volunteer. He was all about it. And it was like the highlight of his year as a big MOTU fan, connecting with everybody. But then Val and them, understandably, after, I think part of it was that the relationship with Mattel, like Mattel was just not in a position to be committing to being at a show again. I think they were just starting off Origins and Masterverse were both like kicked off at a PowerCon. They're both announced there at the later ones in the LA area. So they moved back to Ohio, where Val's at. And then they did it for, I think, 1 or 2 years, PowerCon, which was sort of a mix of like MOTU and Thundercats and then a bunch of other stuff. It became kind of like the indie toy spot too. But they paused on that. And so the good news is this year, Mikey was like, I want to bring it back to the LA area. And so we got MOTUNIVERSE next weekend, the 23rd and 24th, at the Torrance Marriott. But don't get it twisted. It says Torrance, which is a separate city, but it's at Redondo Beach, right across from Del Amo Fashion Mall. You can see some of the guests and everything that's going on. It's going to be a crazy show because part of the charm of that first of those old power cons in SoCal was that not only was like Mattel there, but like a lot of the talent that was involved in creating MOTU toys and the Masters of the Universe and She-Ra, Princess of Power cartoons were like understandably in Hollywood, LA area. Yeah. So if folks are not seeing this, first off, let me start with this. The Masters of the Universe movie is coming out June 5th. The premiere is soon, which is like just a week after this thing comes out, the con. And a week and a half ago, Mikey and Mega J, who are like sort of the two of the core organizers of this thing, announced that they partnered with Amazon MGM, which was kind of wild. I know they'd been working on it for the longest time. And so you can follow them at MOTUniverse_con. But they announced this, which was kind of a big deal, that Amazon MGM would actually be at the show as a sort of co-sponsor or collaborator for the event. And they're going to have swag there. Shout out to hemania.com as well, and AJ, who's also like a major organizer of this event. But this was something they were working on, and it's huge. They're going to be there, and they're going to be bringing some really cool opportunities with them, including a one-to-one Nick G, I think that's his name, the actor, like a one-to-one movie statue that folks can take pictures of and with, and hopefully not be too weird with at the show, which is kind of neat. We've got a Skeletor one that's also going to be there. And so this is like the best part, right? Skeletor will be there, but you don't have to deal with the Jared Leto of it all. It's just like the character. For those of you that are, I understand why, are not into Jared Leto. But then even better, this is my favorite. The Bone Throne, a life-size one-to-one Bone Throne will be there, which is kind of cool. So like to go and take pictures of, and I know you're just like, I want to be there. But I will say one of the coolest things I ever got to do was when WonderCon was still up here in San Francisco, HBO was like trying to promote this new show they had coming on, this thing called Game of Thrones. And they had the Iron Throne there, and some people knew what it was, some people didn't. The line was super short. And I was like, hell yeah, the Iron Throne. You got to sit on it, take pictures. That thing was like my Facebook profile picture of me on that Iron Throne for the longest time. And I think this will be a new opportunity. What are you thinking so far of what you're hearing about MOTUniverse?
I love it. It really, like, it makes me jealous that I'm not in the West Coast, because this would definitely be something I would love to go to. Your story about the Game of Thrones. I took a trip to Spain, and we went to this town called Toledo in Spain, and it's a town that was built on medieval armory. Ooh. So there's a bunch of stores there where like they have full like scale mail armor, and in some of the stores, I think 3 of them that I went into, they had the throne there completely built.
Love it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like actually out of steel.
Out of steel, yep.
That's awesome.
And swords, yeah.
Love it.
They put some kind of plastic coating over the blades, obviously.
So you don't cut yourself.
You cut yourself. Because
if you know Song of Ice and Fire, if you cut yourself on the throne, that's not a good sign for your reign. But
oh, but this is amazing. Having a chance to sit on the Bone Throne, man, I would love it.
It's cool, man. Like they're really creating a really cool event, and it's a great story too. Mikey did the Kickstarter, was able to raise the funds, and with those funds, he's really just pouring as much of it as he can into the show and trying to like bring as many guests in, opportunities like this. I mean, it's cool. As we've established, we haven't had a live action MOTU since the 80s.
And 39 years.
And we all know what happened then. Like some people feel like that sealed the deal for the franchise for a little bit. And of course it came back. But there have been attempts. Even Mega J, who's running this thing, I remember for the longest time was, I thought, unnecessarily pessimistic. He's like, oh, I'll believe it when I see it. And so more recently, just tuned, he's like, I'm starting to believe it. So anyway, I'm excited that this is happening. I think it's a good sign for MOTU to come. And I think, man, like for those of us, like, you know, of the 1900s, it's a good sign to know that these new human beings in the 2000s will be able to continue to enjoy it. Sorry, Brian Clark, we got to come to terms with our mortality. What were you saying?
One of the other things too is that, like, you notice like everything that has to do with this Masters of the Universe movie, it really kind of has the same feel of like movies, like blockbuster movies that were going to come out in the 80s and 90s, where not only did you have the commercials, but you had like, you know, Pizza Hut had the cups, or like you can go to Denny's and get this, that. Like they're doing all of that with this Masters of the Universe movie, and it's really
100%.
exciting, man.
They're really trying to like do the full court press, which I think which is why I'm really excited. I think when this started, a lot of us, when MOTUniverse started, a lot of us were like, come on, how can you like not have the movie there? It's there. And it wasn't for the lack of trying, clearly, because they had been working on it for so long and were, you know, finally able to get the commit a week and a half ago and announce it. So I think it's a good sign. And frankly, you know, we'll keep talking about some of the things that are going to be there, but I'm really hoping this continues to be an annual thing, and that we all get, as Masters of the Universe fans, we have an opportunity for people to come together on the West Coast to you know, celebrate this thing we love and check in on all the different iterations. I know not all fans agree. I know, like we were talking earlier, you're not a big Revelation fan. I am, but like it's MOTU, and the fact that people are talking about Masters of the Universe in this new century, Mr. Ryan Clark, I think is a good sign for it to come. Now, if only we could get some of my other fandoms to stop fighting, like Star Wars, we'll be all good. But
that'll never happen.
What else is going to be at the show? Here's the guests, and you know, I've talked about them before, but I just want to throw them across as, if you're a person of the last century, you guys, you know who these people are. And I'm joking, and I'll stop. But come on, folks, the voice of Skeletor and a bunch of the voices that we grew up with, right? Take a look at this background, and if this doesn't like pull out the heartstrings, come on, Falcor, like
the Mighty Mouse. I had no idea he was the voice of Mighty Mouse. I was like, wait, what? That's awesome. It was like when I found out when the voice of He-Man was the voice of Morris the cat. I was like, what?
Wait, what? Yeah. These voice actors, man, they worked hard. That's and every time their contract for these things were like mandated that they do several voices. So but anyways, he'll be there. He a couple weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago now, turned 96. So
wow, God bless him.
Go, folks. You know, thank the dude, because like obviously he was a part of our childhoods. Speaking of which, we got over here Melendi Britt, the voice of She-Ra. Awesome. She's gonna be there. I love that this and MOTU Fest, which is like another closer to you ish, in September in Ohio. I love that we're getting so much love for both Masters of the Universe and Princess of Power, and there's a lot of that kind of love. Like I think MOTU Fest in Val Staples PowerCon, his convention, one of the taglines is like a He-Man and She-Ra fan festival or something like that, which is dope. Like that's one whole beautiful I don't know why I said enchilada, but we've got all these folks,
man,
artists.
I remember the Power Hour where it was both of them back to back. So it's like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, back in the 1900s. So we got folks from the Filmation Studios who are going to be there. We've got modern folks who are like working on a lot of the comic stuff. And if you take a look, this guy again, Larry's got like a resume that is wild. If you're a fan of the 90s X-Men stuff and all of this, man, so good. Larry Houston, got William Stout, who did some of the best drawings of dinosaurs that I remember from the I saw him in the 90s. I don't know if he was doing them as early as like the 80s or even maybe earlier. So all of these folks will be there if you're you want to meet some of the folks who are involved in making this stuff. Rebecca Taylor, right? Like who was there from the beginning. Rudy Obrero. And this is a big one because like we haven't actually seen a whole lot of like Mike Young talking about 2000X. So that's the convention is going to be amazing. So there's all, and then again, more of the current folks working on stuff like really, really current stuff. You've got Tim Sheridan, who's been like at the helm doing a lot of writing for new MOTU and MOTU lore today. Tony Washington, who's been involved in a lot of the visuals of creating what we know now, and Joshua Skye, who's really been doing a lot of that writing as well for the Mattel stuff. And then here you go. You got Ken Coleman, all these artists. Packaging, like I know you've got a couple Ken Coleman pieces.
Yeah, I got it. He did the packaging for the Ramen Toys Brave Star.
Yes,
and one of the best paintings of Brave Stars I have.
I love that figure too. And anyway, let's talk about the toy of it all. But let me check in with the chat because I know folks had some things to say. Brian Brink wants to go back to Earthworm Jim, saying, "Rumor has it those Earthworm Jim figs are being sold directly by the factory because Premium DNA didn't pay the factory." I've heard this as well. Yeah, don't know the real deal, but I think it has something to do with what Mr. Ryan Clark is laying down. I think that tea has been spilled, and it's here. Ooh, Trevor's getting that Mondo He-Man. I'm not sure. I'm assuming he's talking 2000X. Do you do Mondo either 1/6 or 2000X?
So I don't do Mondo 1/6 because it's way too big. But here's a preview of something coming up.
Nice. I know when I asked you the other day, you're like, "Oh, you West Coasters and your 2000X figs." Okay, good to know.
You guys did it early, but yes, it did finally come in. So I will definitely be putting down my review for him soon. And he's definitely going to get the full Monty. He's going to get a photo gallery, shots in there and everything. The same thing I did for the LPZZ Batman, I'm going to do for his video.
I saw the prototype at WonderCon and was able to talk to, oh my God, I'm blanking. But I was able to talk to one of the persons working on it, the art director, and I'm blanking on his name. Sorry,
Hector Arce?
Glasses. Hector. Sorry, Hector. At WonderCon 2 years ago. And it was beautiful. I mean, it was the all gray sculpt, and he was sort of showing, he was packing it up towards the end. And he was like talking me through it and the last minute nature of him getting it ready for the show. He wasn't packing it up. He was putting it in on the last day in the morning. And it looked beautiful. And so when they finally announced the price and everything, I have to be careful with all the money, I've got in a bunch of indie toys. I actually opted not to pre-order them. So I'm definitely missing out. And I know it's a fantastic toy. So I'm looking forward to your review, man.
Yeah. And I'm definitely going to have that conversation because I was one that was, I was disappointed by their price announcement. Because I do remember, I don't remember if it was one of their videos or if it was a Pixel Dan video. Somewhere along the line, they mentioned that they had such a great relationship with Mattel that the price was going to be way less than what they got from Hasbro for the Ghostbusters.
I remember them saying that on Geek Dad Life on Jay's. Then
was it that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now Jay, Quip, and Gary.
And when they announced the price,
they said well under 100, right?
Yeah. And I was like, $95 is now well under 100. And
I think
of course, we got hit with the tariffs and all that jazz. I
think we all heard it as well under 100. And I think what they meant to say is, well, under 100. It was just an issue with
the phonics of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. But
am I watching? Oh, sorry, my bad.
Oh, but I did order the He-Man and I did order the Skeletor, but I did not order Clawful or
Oh,
Man
no
at Arms.
Clawful. Okay.
No Clawful
So
because
you're
that
trying to go
was
slow and trying to just maybe get the 2 key characters for now?
like for me, every MOTU collection has always started with He-Man, Skeletor, and Tila.
Right? Yep. For sure.
So now Man at Arms, I love the way he looked. Clawful, I
Oh,
love
yeah.
the way he looked.
They're gorgeous.
But their pricing, I could not swallow it. I was
I hear you.
no, I can't.
I
Um,
gotcha. I get it.
so that's kind of what I did. It's like, okay, I know I have to have He-Man. I
Yep.
know I have to have Skeletor. Tila and probably Evelyn for sure will be on my to get list.
Yeah.
All the other ones, I have to see if they're timed exclusives where they're charging the extra. I'm gonna pass.
I hear
Um,
you.
any of the other ones, so long as they're within the regular edition, I should be okay.
It hurts me
Um,
because I know they're great. Like they clearly, to me, right when I saw them, I was like, these are gonna be some of the best He-Man figures
yes,
out, period. It
and I
is interesting
think the
because it is
He-Man is
2000X.
already sold. The He-Man is already sold out
Yeah.
on the website. I was like, oh,
They'll bring them back. We know we'll bring them back. What
oh,
I'm really
yeah,
looking forward to is when they somehow have access to maybe a more classic, not 2000X look that maybe is
hmm
close to what they've done for the 1/6, because
yes,
Mondo 1/6 Masters of the Universe, to me, like sculpt wise and their designs, the way they approach them is like easily the best versions of these characters
next
I've ever
level,
seen. But
next level. Because
yeah,
I've seen them at my comic store in the area that I
yeah,
go to. They're the ones that always wind up having some kind of vintage
yeah.
MOTU figures. So I go there quite frequently. But
I love
yes,
that this
I've
is
seen the 1/6 scale. I was like,
I love that we're doing so much Motu talk because I have been talking with awesome creators lately. So as I put in like the Instagram story today, it's like, oh, let's talk about ephemera again. Let's talk some news and toys
hmm
stuff and the stuff we love. So on that note, Raceland, what's up, man? Is asking, am I watching it on IMAX? And that's the plan up here. The challenge is we have a lot of great IMAX projectors. But the one that's nearest to me in Daly City, they say IMAX, and it is IMAX, but it's not really large. I want to go downtown
mm
to the Metreon to see it. So we shall see.
hmm
I digress. Are you gonna watch? You a Star Wars guy? Are you gonna watch Grogu and that other guy this week? Mandalorian
Mandalorian.
Grogu.
Oh,
Are you watching it?
I will.
Uh
I probably not this week though.
huh.
It's
Okay.
it's gonna take me a little bit because I got quite a few things coming up these next couple of weeks.
Gotcha.
That's gonna keep myself busy, but I will definitely try to get to it. I do love Mandalorian. I
Yeah.
thought it was fantastic. Season 3 was a little eh. Season 2 was
Yeah.
definitely the best one. Um, but yeah, I do. I love the dynamic between Mandalorian and Grogu.
Me and the kids have tickets for Thursday night, 6 p.m. My time,
Oh,
because
nice.
the next day I got to go to MOTUNIVERSE, and no way am I going to go into
Yeah,
a place with a bunch of nerds and not having seen it. I don't want anybody to mess it
yeah,
up
yeah.
for me.
Gotcha,
Let's
gotcha.
see. I hear you, Trevor. I do like the weather, so fair enough. It's a trade-off. Hey, is this a buddy of yours, Kevin? What's up, man? Kevin is back.
Hey, Kevin, welcome back.
Uh, let's
Yeah,
see,
he's
and
he's he's a supporter of mine.
and the short answer, Ryan, yes. Video Power Gaming. Hope you're doing okay, man. And bummed that I won't see you, but hang in there, man. Hope you're doing good. Health is everything. Let's
Yeah, absolutely.
see. Okay, I think I know I haven't caught up, but I'm sorry to ignore folks. Hey, Sath is here. What's going on? Machu, ¿cómo está? We got that guy. And Rick Jones is here, eating some salmon in San Jose. Let's see. Pickle D is here. What's up, man? Good to see you. And see other folks. Here's them gumming up makers. I'm assuming it's R. Like I can't tell if. Help me out. Am I talking to Esther? Am I talking to Danny? But anyway, I didn't get into Mondo 1/6 scale figures, and I saw them in person. I can't stop wanting them. They're so good.
Yeah,
that WonderCon 2 years ago, like I spent so much time since Mondo was there just staring at and taking pictures of their stuff. And that She-Ra with Swiftwind was unbelievable.
I gotta tell you, the first time I was ever awestruck going into a toy store was when I saw the Mondo Battle Cat.
Oh yeah, it's
like
great.
they had it out and displayed, and I was like,
they have it all posed up and moving, and
I was
that's
like,
what I'm saying. It's some of the best versions of these, like even Mondo's version of like the armor and stuff for Battle Cat.
Yes,
love it, man. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Rick Jones got his tickets for, I'm assuming, Mando and Grogu, or maybe Motu. We shall see. And yes, it is in fact Danny. What's up, man? Raceland started off with a 1/6 in general, but moved to 1/12 due to wanting more playable figures. Yeah, that's the other thing with the 1/6, right? Because of gravity and what you need to be able to hold them up. They don't have the same articulation and posability. Anyways, back to nerdy MOTUNIVERSE talk. Let's talk about the toys at this awesome convention. They're also going to be actual toys. So folks, if you want to bring some stuff to trade, at the end of the con ends at 6. They're going to give some time for the vendors and stuff to wrap up. And then 7 p.m. on Saturday in the main lobby, they will be doing a swap meet, but you actually have to register. So if you're going to be there, please make sure you register. And the link is going to be in their bio, they say. But look out for that. Faker Battle Cat will be there with plenty of stuff to trade. Sorry. Shout out to him. He gave me this 2 weeks ago. I appreciate it.
Nice.
Such a cool, fun, like throwback.
Yeah.
So
I haven't found those yet.
That was the first time I'd even seen it. I didn't even know it existed.
Oh, really?
So.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been looking for them, but I have not found them yet.
All right. So in addition to that thing, there's a bunch of really cool indie toy folks. You mentioned that I talk a lot about indie toys here, and a lot of it is because I know I joke around about our mortality, but the truth is, like, if we want this stuff to continue, including action figure collecting, period, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Look at you.
We
got to make sure that the young folks have like new things that can be truly theirs. Not like, yeah, my dad's into He-Man, and even though I may or may not like it, it's lame because my dad likes it too. Like, give them new things. And Wars of the Kingdom, Fake War, even if they're like connected to or homages to the old stuff, give them something new to discover, to call their own, right? And so I love the indies. And to your point about CT toys and mess toys, in addition to that, like you just held up an AWOC figure. I think that's a dope figure, obviously. Those are $29, right? And I think they move really well, and we can talk. So I'm just saying, like, I think we can explore new things, and all of these new companies aren't as pot invested in existing body types or tooling. So they're creating stuff from scratch. So all of these new toy makers, when they're doing it for the first time, they're trying to figure what can we put into this thing from the beginning, and they end up, of course, pushing the envelope of what toys look like. So I'm all about that, and MOTUNIVERSE is going to have a cool little indie toy, new toy maker kind of alley or section of the show, which I think is awesome. So these guys, I don't know, are you familiar with Fake Or? The phenomenon. I'm sorry, I keep saying Fake Or. I'm sorry, Flip Or.
Flip Or.
Flip
yes.
Or. Sorry, Hatter. Flip Or.
Yes.
So Flip Or and the Champions of Nefertiti revealed that at MOTUNIVERSE they'll be showing off some stuff related to Wave 2, which is kind of exciting. So they're gonna have a table there. You can meet Mad Hatter, you can meet Mr. Home Arcade, and of course Mega J if he's not super busy running the con. You can talk to these folks. That's the other thing about the indie toy thing, is like people are super accessible. You can talk to the people who make them and are involved in them. So if you go to MOTUNIVERSE, check out the Champions of Nefertiti table. Go talk to these guys. Ask them about Wave 2. And I think it's just really cool. So I know it's not exactly MOTU, but if you know anything about Flipboard, heavily MOTU inspired, and kind of meta about this collecting life that we've had, right? With the whole Flipboard, and so check them out. I'm super excited for them to like be there as an indie toy maker. There's also going to be Savage Crucible. Savage Crucible will also be there. I was so excited to see that they'll be there because I've actually never been at a show where they've been, and I love this line. Yeah, that's Who-Man, not to be confused with He-Man.
Exactly.
I realized that you showed your 3 figures. Let me show you 3 figures that I'm excited about. I digress, and I'll come back to Savage Crucible because it's related to Savage Crucible, folks. I got my Elric. And
okay.
This is a dope armored knight figure. It moves so damn well. It's got like the perfect kind of cape that look like, not as cool as the one you had with all the different wires, but it's got wires on the edges, and
it's two-toned.
Yes. It's got sort of that reddish inner section, and then beautiful sculpt, beautiful paint, moves really, really well.
That's cool.
Elric of Melnibone. I've got a couple of different Savage Crucible. I haven't really talked about them enough on the channel, and I'll correct that. That's one that I've been handling lately. This is another one that I've been handling lately. I just opened them up last week, and this is Prince Rama from the Legends of the Ramayana figure.
Yes.
What a time for us to be getting articulated figures from Hinduism, like of all things, like one of the oldest stories in humanity.
And this is amazing. Like these are things that have never been put out or represented ever for us, and it's amazing. Like, all of the Wukong figures that are out now. Like it's like these are all legends that we never had as a kid because we were never exposed to it.
It is so fantastic. I've got my Wave 2 figures that back to Kickstarter. I've got this guy. I've got the dude with the 6 heads. What is his name? Ravana, I think. But I've got a couple of them, and I'm really excited about these figures. They're really cool. And then the third, if I had to pick up like figures that I've been loving and I can't put down, it's been her. I've shown her before, but I'm just really into her. I love this Cosmic Legions wave.
Cosmic Legions, yes.
So if you now that I think about it, you can totally see how my brain works. If the combination of these 3 characters is not Masters of the Universe, then I don't know what is.
Exactly.
Right?
everything that I look for has to fit in MOTU somehow.
Yeah, it's totally science fantasy.
Like the Batman and the Spider-Man, they're cool. But for me, like to really like feel something for it, it's definitely gonna fit into my MOTU universe somehow.
Yep.
Like this Batman is the first like truly outside of MOTU figure that I'm like really excited about. You know what I mean? Even though I've always been a comic collector, but always everything for me anchors to MOTU somehow.
It's funny. I think this version of my toy collecting, sort of like same with you, really like embracing it around the pandemic and just saying, F it, let's buy toys to fill the sadness of the moment. It started.
Let's get out of this reality and go into our own.
It's because Masterverse was announced during that time. I was like, cool, I get to start from the beginning, right? Like, let's do it. And there you go. Shout out to TD3 Trooper who's joined us today. Good to see you. And Toys and Tits. Look at that logo. Hello. And then Video Power Gaming said, yes, sorry, Flacker is Flipboard's nemesis. I keep saying yes, Flaker. It's Flaker. I have a Flaker. That's actually the only one I got. I got the Flaker. Okay. Yeah, dude. We're inundated with great toys. So that was kicked off because Savage Crucible will be there this weekend. I'm excited to see those folks, to get to talk to some folks in person. And they're going to be bringing stuff.
Did you see their announcement of the Frazetta styled like caveman army builder?
Was that an announcement? Because I thought it was a custom.
Was it? Oh, no, don't tell me that was a custom. I thought that was an announcement.
Are you talking about I just saw it too. Yeah,
he has like four different heads.
Did he have wolves?
4 different head sculpts.
Did he have wolves surrounding him?
No, it was just a figure with like 4 different head sculpts, one with a mask, one with him like with his hair in a ponytail.
Okay, then I didn't see that. Where did they announce it?
I saw it on a Facebook page. I can't remember right off the bat. But yeah, it's like the figures in the middle. They have a bunch of weapons, and he's got like 4 different heads for army building.
Oh man!
But it's Frazetta styled like caveman type heads.
I am totally doing this in real time to check it out. Thank you for the heads up on something cool. Let's see. I'm looking at the Savage Crucible stuff on their page. I'm not quite seeing it, but if it's something, but I'll look out for it. But they're going to have, they'll be there, and they're going to be bringing this guy who.
Oh, I love that look. Yeah.
Is one of those that they sent to me that I need to open up. I paid for Elric. This one I missed, and then they had sent it out to me. So I definitely am stoked on that, and I need to open it up. And again, it's that weird pressure thing when they send you stuff, but it's like one of those things where it's like, of course, I totally wanted this. I just couldn't get them. So I'm stoked on that one.
Awesome. Hey, Savage Crucible, I do full-on reviews. Let's go.
There you go. Yeah. See, I don't even do. Give it to this guy. No, but this guy looks really cool. So they're gonna have all of these there.
With the skeleton with the blue ice sword.
Dude, Elric, this shield is dope. And all the little like surprise stuff they have inside. I'm really excited about this Bryn, what was his name? Brynmer or whatever. This is the alt head because I didn't get this alt head for my what was that guy's name? The original wolf guy.
Oh,
yeah. I was thinking Jägermeister. Yeah. He has this exact alt head, but in like a accessory kit that I never got. So I'm stoked to have that head because I think it looks really cool. Yeah, so this is going to be cool. It's going to be great seeing those folks. I hope Nikki in particular is there. Nikki Nicole, who does a lot of their painting and works with them, because I've been a fan of her stuff for the longest time as a customizer. In addition to Savage Crucible, who are the other people going to be there? Oh, these guys. I don't know if you're familiar with Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. They'll be there.
I'm just starting. Really awesome stuff.
It's going to be their unofficial. Well, I don't know if that, but basically, I was going to make a joke about their West Coast representative. It's usually one of 2 people. It's myself and Adam, but it's going to be myself. I'll be down there again, selling Animal Warriors of the Kingdom figures, and I'll have the factory samples that I've been sharing around of the Kickstarter figures. These are the brawler body figures that we're looking at here this year to see these guys made in people's hands. I know people are wanting to see those soon. So that'll be there. So if you think about it, like right now, between like Champions of Nefertiti, Savage Crucible, these, all of them clearly are MOTU influenced. Like you can't look at these by Jason and be like, oh, I'm sure Jason knows nothing about Masters of the Universe. No,
and you do have some color variants, right? That have MOTU themed colors.
Correct. And so I know they're about to post it on the MOTUNIVERSE account, but I did tell folks we still have 2 of the you're referencing the Beastman variant Tanger of the gorilla. I will have 2, just 2. I think they're Spiro's last ones. They're available elsewhere, but if you want to pick them up, They will be there. And do I do requests? I do requests. And by the end of this show, if I don't tell you, because I usually have a tape here, I will send you a message, Mr. Brian Brink, because that's how awesome you are. Hey, Motu Prince, good to see you. MOTUNIVERSE, I can't wait to connect once we are there this weekend. And Rick Jones, just can't get enough. Sorry, I had to drop in some Depeche Mode. Savage Crucible. Very cool, man. Okay. So we'll be there. I'll be there selling Animal Warriors of the Kingdom figures and showing you these guys. We'll be selling this guy and some of the latest wave, the Necro Armor Pale, the Fearless Ranger. Those will be there as well. So come through.
Let me ask you a quick question. Were you part of this from the beginning, or was this something that you jumped on later?
So neither.
How did you get tied into this?
So neither. Really, it was Jason, and then Jason and a couple of other folks in. Oh my gosh, my brain is. I was born in the 1900s, guys. Forgive me. But Derek for sure, and Derek and Sequoia have been there sort of from the beginning. And then Adam from Highly Articulated and I were not at all connected to them. But Adam and I quickly found, like, this is during the Kickstarter days. We were still waiting for these figures to come, probably around 2022 or something. We were both like really drawn to these figures, and I had my channel then. And so like one of the earliest videos were all either Masterverse or a couple of Animal Warriors of the Kingdom videos. Cause I was like looking around on YouTube and I was like, man, I'm really excited about these figures. I know not at that point we hadn't had them in hand, but like, I kind of want people to talk about it and talk about the comic, which I'd been able to sort of see and download. And I was like, man, I want folks to talk about this because I think this is a really, really, really great line that hits all the Masters of the Universe notes. It very much is a science fantasy line. It's actually it's our future, folks. It's science fiction, but true story. There's a reason why things might seem a little bit more feudal and Middle Age-ish or barbarian-ish. So I got really into it, made some videos. The only other videos I could find on Animal Warriors of the Kingdom was by this guy, Adam Drake, on the Highly Articulated channel. And so it was like, we connected. It's like, oh, those are dope videos. Yeah, I'm into it. And then so we're like, hey, let's do some AWOC videos once the line came out. And he had been already communicating with Jason sort of informally. And so we started doing AWOC Talk, which was like our kind of collab across our two channels. Sort of videos, right? Where we talk about the comics, and then we do some live talk. And then eventually, just in building a relationship with Jason, we got more involved. Actually, Adam is essentially an employee in that at one point. And so he's paid, not a lot and not for a long time, but he is actually a paid employee to handle some logistics stuff, and now being a little bit more of a direct liaison with our factory partners, and Dave Proctor out in China with the production. Then we were already kind of just doing the AWOC Talk thing when the Kickstarter for the latest figures came, and that's sort of like these brawler figures and everything else. I played a role in terms of like trying to figure out the promotion of that, how we're going to roll out. Well, two things. I helped with some of the graphics and sort of like, I guess you'd call it information architecture, or just really thinking about how do we present it on that Kickstarter. Because
graphic designer,
a little bit, but also the thinking about like what's the best way to present this information, because it was complicated as hell. It's one of the most complicated Kickstarters I've ever seen. And right when it launched, I was like, man, this is going to be tough to communicate with people, because it were like several different body styles, bunch of different price points. There was an all-in option that you would then like, it was a little confusing. And then on top of that, also like trying to connect with other channels to be like, hey, would you want to do a show and schedule it out? And we kind of turned it into this like campaign thing. I forget what we call it now. Was it No Sleep Till Mamba, or it was something else? but it became kind of like a campaign thing and kind of tried to build a marketing event around it. And then from there, I've just been helping like keep people updated with a Kickstarter. Been helping sell stuff at Legion's Con here on the West Coast. You know, we talk a lot about sort of like what needs to happen next, both in terms of, well, anyway, so that's it. At this point, I want to be clear, I haven't taken a single dime for what that's worth, because I'm a sucker, but also I have a job. So like the second it becomes a job for me, it just changes a little. So
yep.
So that's where I'm at. The reality is I'd be talking about Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. I'm talking about Savage Crucible. I'd be talking about Four Horsemen stuff. Anyway. And so any like little extra I can do to help push this line, because I actually really believe in this line. Like I really believe in the story's great. I feel like it could be popular with young folk as well as old folks. So
it also
like
kind of very like, I guess in a superficial way, it kind of reminded me of the toy line Battle Beast. Do you remember those minis from back in the day where they were like based on wood, fire, and water?
Yep. Battle Beasts.
Battle Beasts, yeah.
Yeah, no, totally that. And a little Thundercats, a little Planet of the Apes, like a lot of these touchstones, right? More and more. There's a little bit of Terminator going on up in here. There's a lot of stuff going on. A little Conan the Barbarian. So it hits a lot of those touchstones. But it's new. It's something new for a new generation. Like my dream, and you know, Jason's dream is to like get this turned into like a Netflix animated show or some kind of thing. If you've read the comic, it's written as a season. Like it's written as could be a really dope season of a cool Netflix show. So of the art and caliber of things like, I don't know, if I had my way, what is it called? Dragon Prince. I don't know if you're familiar with that, or Blue Eye Samurai, or I mean, there's just a lot of great stuff out there. So that's what I would ideally love to see. Good to see you, Red.
There was another show that I was thinking about. It went in and out. It's based on D&D.
Based on D&D.
Critical Role.
Oh, Critical Role. Yeah. What is it called? Help us out, folks. It's on Amazon. It's got the best bard in the universe.
Yes.
Who is like a joke, but then man, the arcs on those characters are dope. I would totally watch this on Netflix too. But so okay. Anyway, we'll be there. In addition, who else will be there? These guys will be there. I don't know if Danny's still here, but again, spoke with them 2 weeks ago. They're about to kick off their Kickstarter very, very soon. Wait, hold on a second. I need to know. Did they actually launch? Let's see. No, it's coming soon. I think it's this week, if I'm remembering correctly. Danny, if you're still in, tell us when it's going to drop. So it's going to be launching soon, and then they will be at MOTUNIVERSE next weekend and can talk about it. And Vox Machina is the stuff you put in your nose.
Legend of Vox Machina.
Yes, Vox Machina and the Mighty Nine. Yes, and they launch Tuesday. Gumming Up Makers. So these are the Gumming Up Makers. I don't know if you're familiar, but very, very cool looking characters. Again, a little bit of that MOTU, but the story it's some great stuff. The makers versus the takers, right? Kind of a thing. And right away between that, and if you look at their weapons, I didn't realize this until I spoke with them. It's gum. So it's literally is like, chewing gum. So funny. And I love that we're in this age where we're getting indie toys of all sorts. You get the like hardcore, super sculpted, highly detailed, right? Grimdark, whatever. And then we've got Blunderlings and this to like keep things like super like toyetic, young, thoughtful. So shout out to Poppin' Bubble Studios. Oh my God. Again, I just had one of these moments where I realized where that name came from. Because when I was talking with them, I was thinking like Mary Poppins? Anyways, I'm dumb. Okay. Last but not least, the indie toy line that I know will be there are these guys. Have you heard of Rise of the Fifth Sun?
No.
Let me show you. I've talked a lot about them because I think they're like the line.
These the Aztec line.
Yes, I have been looking for since I was like, I think 9 years old when I first came across a library book at my grade school, and I was like, "What is this stuff?" And then my 5th grade report on Tenochtitlan and the Mexica or Aztec Empire. These figures are amazing, and these prototypes. A couple of these prototypes will actually be there, and I know because I have them here, and I'll be bringing them, and they'll be sort of in their own little mini booth next to the Spiro booth, and it's just they're just gonna be there on display because they're gonna launch their Kickstarter in June. They're working with the Four Horsemen for production, but Jason Rodriguez, who sculpts like a demon, hence the name, is doing his own line, and like folks know him in the customizing community because he's been sculpting a lot of the excellent parts that you can get for your Legions figures and other things. But the paint on these things,
that's great. And this is what the toy industry has been missing for so long, just like diversity of representation of different cultures and deities and all.
Oh, absolutely. So I'm not amazing. The only one. I knew I wasn't the only one who felt that way. Because man, you know how much I was doing this yesterday between like, oh my God.
That's Neja.
Yeah, I've got Neja next to Huitzilopochtli and Quetzalcoatl and hold on. I don't have a Tlaloc, unfortunately. That prototype is not done. But see again, come on, man.
Absolutely, I love it. I love
some of the oldest super-powered being stories in human history.
It's funny because when I'm in class, when I'm in class with like some of my students, and then they're like, you know, we're talking about stuff, and I'm like, how do you guys not know who Wukong is? Like every anime ever is based off of Wukong, but you know they don't talk about that here. So yeah, I intend to try to bring in Journey to the West as a curriculum read.
Help me out. I think this is the first time. I don't think I realized you were a teacher, and I am. Well, high school. What do you teach? Grade level.
I'm in high school as well.
English, ELA.
Yeah. I do TESOL.
Oh, gotcha. So okay, cool.
ENL.
Beautiful. Which over here we call it ELL. So like teach students who are, I'm assuming, either newcomers or kids. They speak multiple language, right? Multilingual learners or whatever.
And we're trying to get them, you know, on pace with the curriculum as well as learning English at the same time. So yes.
Nice. So hey folks, if you want to see these, come to MOTUNIVERSE because they will be there for you to check out, and I can share what I know. I've had Jason and Iz on a couple different times, and Iz brought the first prototypes here, and then now these, and I'm bringing them down. But they're going to be on tomorrow night on Legion's Lounge. So check them out tomorrow because these figures are fantastic. And so yeah, I unfortunately already packed up the other two. I wanted to treat them well, and I realized, wait a second, I should keep one open to show today and tease. I've taken lots of pictures. But yeah, folks, check out this line. They'll be launching soon. And just to give you a sense of, you know, there's going to be multiple Kickstarters going on. Yes. So Jason has shared the sort of private preview of this thing for everyone. If you go to their Instagram, he put this link up so everybody can see it, and he just wants to give people a sense of it. Normally you just put like a follow page, but I think he wanted sort of give people a sense of what we're looking at so they can prepare. It's definitely a big goal that they're going to be looking at. I will tell you folks, like these are, like, I understand where the value is as far as one, the body alone has so many different parts because of the articulation that Jason's baked into this thing. But then each of the 4 gods has so much armor. Like all of this is removable.
Wow.
So, and it's, you know, obviously that's all tooling and the painting. I'm holding it up multiple times and there's a broken prototype. No, it's not broken. It's fine. But the level of
Jason just fainted. Ah!
The level of paint on these things, man. It's like every little paint hit. I get it. It's going to add up and be expensive. So we'll be talking about these for sure once they launch, but y'all should check it out. It's a great story. I've talked with them about it here extensively on the channel. They'll be at MOTUniverse. So it's cool because this thing is gonna, like, it's all about MOTU, but as I've been saying, Masters of the Universe really like laid the foundation for this kind of like this type of figure, right? When I look at Mythic Legions, when I look at Savage Crucible, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, there is a lineage of swords, sorcery, and in some cases, you know, laser guns. So for every Mythic Legions, they've also got their Cosmic Legions and or Infinite Legions, and I'm all about it. So I love that we're going to actually have an independent toy presence at MOTUniverse this year. I was personally trying to angle for like, hey, when they started talking about this idea, I was like, you got to talk to the 4 Horsemen, get them there. Because to me, like, they're the gold standard when it comes to like the independent toy thing. And they obviously have a connection to Masters of the Universe. Right. And so anyway, I'm really, really, really excited about there being an indie toy presence. But
yeah, absolutely.
ComicFanMan, I would be remiss if we just kept talking about this stuff without these guys won't be at MOTUniverse. And I hope these guys have a clean shirt on. But this is Creative Beast Studio.
Oh, what?
They won't be there at MOTUniverse, but they will be at MOTUfest in Ohio, the He-Man and She-Ra fan convention, which, like MOTUniverse, is run by the fans. So this is Val Staples doing his thing in the Cincinnati, Ohio area. This just dropped yesterday, and a lot of people were like, whoa, what's going on? And I looked even today to see on the Creative Beast Studio page, and it wasn't there because I saw it here on the PowerCon thing, and I was trying to remember where it was at. And so I'm really excited about this. If folks are unfamiliar with, if you're watching my show, if you don't know what Cyberzoic is, you need to go back and watch some past episodes. Because I had this dude, Chris Chaotic, come on here, and he's named so because he's chaotic. So on that note, let's bring in some of that chaos right now. Let me see if I can do this right. Chris,
What's
Chris,
up, you
are you there?
What's going on, y'all?
What's up, Chris? I'm
Dude,
sorry, I didn't notice there. I'm glad you got your clean shirt on.
Dude, it was so funny. Yep. Oh, I'm good. I'm nice and clean. I got a little sunburn on the face, so if I look really red, it's the sunlight.
The truck is all clean. You're good?
It's kind of clean. You know, it's funny. So I got a Rhino Line truck, and it is so hard to get the dirt off of it when I go off roading. So it's just in there. So I have to get a brush later. But I was like, I saw your message. I was like, running.
You messaged me, so I was like, oh yeah, sure, let's go. But I'm glad it works out. This is the chaos that we're talking about. This is Chris Chaotic, folks. From Creative Beast Studio. You know what I'm realizing right now? You don't have your chain on.
You know what? I actually have it in the kitchen. You want me to go grab it?
Well, I mean, you don't have to. It's just it was just, you know, it's
I look so much smaller without it, man.
No, leave it in the kitchen. Talk to me about, by the way, ComicFanMan, Chris Chaotic. Chris Chaotic.
How you doing, man?
Hey man, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
I mentioned to him that you may be popping on to talk about this, and the second I mentioned, do you know Creative Beast Studios? Like, that Battle Cat thing. He's like, so people are talking about this thing.
I literally woke up this morning and I opened up my Facebook page, and this was the first thing that popped up, and I was like, "Oh, what the hell is that?"
Dude. Yes.
So, dude, so talk to us. Tell us what's the deal? Because I know.
So
yeah.
Okay, so basically, David Silva is a huge MOTU fan, and he actually got me into the line. And I always made fun of him for it because I thought, it's cool, but it's just big, muscular dudes and monsters, right? And it's cool. I like that universe, but he really got me hooked on it. He showed me the lore. He always talks about it, and it's really fun because he is an encyclopedia of knowledge for every toy line. Like, he is so fun to talk to about it. And we've always wanted to do something because we have the Bionatops, which is the green Triceratops, which is a homage as well. And he wanted to do something special, and we found out that what's his butt from PowerCon was doing this. What's his name again?
What's his butt would be Val. Yes.
Val, that's right, Val. So bad chaos. And so Dave was like, no way, he's doing this. I'm going to reach out to him. So he did. And Dave was like, I have an idea. And this was at the beginning of the year. And so Dave Silva reached out to Matt Holtz, who actually painted the first version of the Smilodon that you guys see. And Dave Silva got a hold of it when he was done and wanted to make some changes to it because he wanted to add his little bit of flair. And did an incredible job. Like, Matt Holtz is an incredible painter, but Dave Silva actually has set this up so it's actually part of the Cyberzoic line. And what's really cool is it actually divulges deeper into the lore. So I know Adam earlier was talking about the packaging, and so we have something very special for the packaging I can't talk about, but it also has really cool information about this character and the Smilodon, and it really builds into the Cyberzoic universe. So you guys are getting an opportunity to see the lore, really see the backstory of how Gaia 2 began with the humans coming to it, because there are all these issues, all these problems, these dangerous creatures that they had to fight and survive against. So it's really cool. But this came about because of his love for MOTU, and we're going to be at the MOTU Fest, which is in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So we wanted to create something really unique. So we got this done in like 3 months, have it ready, and we'll be there with it. And it's really cool. I'm super excited for it. And it allowed us to, like I was saying with the lore, bring in this character who I don't want to speak too much on because I know David Silva is really excited about, who, when it's revealed, will really open up the world to everybody.
That's cool. So this is, it's funny because so Cyberzoic has launched and we've seen some of these toys now.
Yes.
I have a couple of them. I can't wait for my armors for my.
I bet. Awesome. You know what? Let me grab something really quick. You
guys look at this guy. Bringing the chaos. This guy always.
Give us the reveals.
Dude, so many cool things as I trip over like 50,000 boxes.
That's cool. I just dropped a really expensive prototype.
I saw that. I was like, oh no. So we have the Pyrodactyl. I don't know how well you can see it with the computer screen. Let's do it like this.
Oh God, there we go. Sorry.
There we go. Yep.
There's 3 of us, so it's a little crowded, but okay.
And then we got the what's it called? I'm so bad with names. The Gladius Prime Armor. Oh my gosh. See if you can see that a little bit better.
It's okay. It's only your product.
I know, right? I'm doing such a great job showcasing it.
Well, I'm lucky because Animal Warriors of the Kingdom are kind of straightforward names. You and the Horsemen struggle.
Dude, oh man. Oh, the Horsemen, they got so many cool things. And it's like, there's so many of them. Whenever I'm talking to like Jeremy or any of those guys, I'm always like, I want that thing, like the bear. I guess it has a name. I was like, I want the bear. And they're like, the bear? I was like, give me the bear, Jeremy. So
wait, you're telling me he didn't know what you were referring to?
Oh, they just give me crap all the time because I'm so bad about it. It's so bad. But then even like Savage Crucible, and I'm talking to Rob and I tell him the things that I want, and they have something really cool coming out pretty soon that I'm working on. I have one of the guys back here actually riding the dragon because I think it's so fun. Bring this in.
Oh God, I love the Arctic Dragon.
Oh, dude,
sorry, I missed it. Colin, come back.
Get back
here. I didn't see who was on there.
Dude, I put a special head on it, but it's the white albino Lumerian guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I have him on here, and then he's fighting my.
Sorry, can I just say officially right now while we're here and you're holding that up? Sorry to Savage Crucible. They sent me the albino guy too, and I still haven't shown him.
Dude, it's cool,
I'm
man.
bad. I know it's cool. I'm bad.
Dude,
See the earlier part of the show when I had to admit to this guy that I had a figure that he had, but I don't know where it is.
Well, dude, there's just so many, and they're so good. And like I have everything from their line, and I still have 2 or 3 boxes I haven't even touched. And then they have the collegiate legends. I can't even say that right, which is the football players, the college players.
Yeah.
They're the most incredible athletic figures I have ever touched, and I still haven't gotten to play with it that much.
Yeah, they're gonna pose up beautifully. I've seen them. That's all good, and I love that you're talking about everybody else's lines. But let's talk about this for a second. So what I heard you say is this character. So what is her name? It's
Zoar Ket.
Zoar Ket. It's funny because the Zoar. I know you're saying you're kind of like not like you're newer to the line because David has hipped you to Masters of the Universe, but I'm sure has he told you a little bit about that name, Zoar?
He did, and you know what? I don't remember much.
Okay, so the name Zoar matters with one R. Am I saying that right, ComicFanMan? Zoar with one R?
That is correct.
Yeah,
Yep.
so that is the
Zoar
form
the
of, according to the Filmation, that's the form of the sorceress when she turns into
that's cool.
The bird, but also could be a different entity.
So,
anyway, so there's there, and she's got red hair, kind of a white and gold outfit to her. But I totally hear you that she is 100% character in Cyberzoic.
Oh yeah.
Is there a reason? I'm just curious, story wise, why this version of the Smilodon happens to have green fur and yellow stripes?
Oh yeah, so I can't divulge too much stuff, but I'll just say in the early stages of trying to make genetically altered beasts to fight the dragons, they weren't perfected in their science, so there were some issues.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
That all seems like, that all seems to be because reasons, you know, kind of like 80s toy and awesomeness.
Yes,
I love it.
I thought it was I thought it was to finally get the ComicFanMan a replacement for the Masterverse.
Well, what's funny too is because this is the 1/12 scale Smilodon. I actually have the prototype behind me. 1 sec. Let me grab this. And so it fits in the 1/12 scale universe really well with the armor, but of course Smilodons weren't that big. So against like a 6-inch figure, we'll grab a Lumerian really quick. It's not huge, but it still works really well compared to Battlecat, who is massive. He's a monster. But it's fun because you can, let's put it on there for fun, put a 6-inch figure on here and it does work.
There you go.
Yeah. No, it totally works. I got my 1/12 all black Smilodon and I love it, and I have it next to my figures for sure. But this is cool because like the whole it's funny because it in the Kickstarter there was kind of an homage. Well, how do I say this? This particular set of characters also looked very similar. It had a different colorway to another thing from back in the day from Dino Riders. So I love that you're able to do that with what you guys are doing, but also you know, it's still rooted in the beasts of the Mesozoic, realistic animals being the template, I guess, or the root. But she looks fantastic. Like you guys have a really cool line going. How do you I'm always like, so these guys make some of the best, you know, creatures and beasts around. And then you're like, we're going to do people too. And this is all looking like some of the best figures, human figures, period, let alone smaller. These are.
So, and it's funny. These are the 1/18 or the 1/18 scale. And it's crazy because Ross Persicchetti, you know, he does a lot for Hasbro and a bunch of other lines, incredible sculptor. And he's done doing. Oh, he kills it, man. Everybody's trying to get into work on projects for him. And he does all of our articulation. He's taught me how to do it as well. And he actually R&Ds the articulation in these smaller figures so they function perfectly. So you get range of motion that, you know, wasn't there before in all these other scaled lines for the 1/18 scale. And it's really fun because we want to push the envelope and we want to do something unique. And that's David Silva's whole purpose. Like he wants to bring out the best possible product for an affordable price that's cool and that you can have as a collectible piece or play with. And that's the funny thing, because a lot of people think, you know, this is just put on the shelf and look at, but you can play with these things and they don't tarnish, they don't get ruined.
Yep.
That's amazing looking.
Thank you.
Definitely looks like it'll work with the core line.
Oh, bro, yeah.
Masters of the Universe.
Yes. Is that the new one? Is that the new He-Man?
Yes, this is the new one, yes.
Yeah, man. I've been trying to find that. Every time I go to Target or somewhere, it's completely gone.
And that's the core ones, the sort of the ones that skew real young. And how much is it? That's like a less than $10 figure?
Yeah, it's a $10 figure.
Pretty wild.
I love it.
So yeah, this is looking great. I just wanted to say, like, because it did surprise us. And then PowerCon was who revealed it. Like, so was that something you guys knew was going to be revealed at this time, or were you also caught by surprise?
No.
Okay.
So we've I mean, we work on all this stuff, so we know everything that's going on. But it was one of those things where we had to be quiet about, because Dave is doing something with Val, and so he wanted to be very special and wanted Val to do the reveal for it, which was really cool. And he did an incredible job with that. I mean, like you were saying, like you guys woke up and saw us, were blown away. Like Val knows what he's doing, and so it's going to be. Oh, he's great, man. And so it's one of those things where we wanted to build up a hype, but it's for the MOTU Fest, and it's going to be a really special thing at it. So we've known about it, but we couldn't talk about it. And knowing me, I was just like, every second I got, I was like, oh, don't say anything. So are you going to be, so then this truly is a Creative Beast studio. It's not something that Valve necessarily producing. You guys are producing this. Yes. Yep. And so it's one of those things, because like I was saying, Dave Silva loves MOTU Universe, like the Master of the Universe. And so he wanted to bring it forth, and he needed an idea that he wanted to put out there, or didn't need the idea. He had the idea, and Valve gave us the opportunity to do that. Otherwise it wouldn't have been done. So it was one of those things where we want to do something. Yeah, we want to do it for a minute, but we didn't have the right event or the right lineup for it. We didn't know really how to put it out there. And so when this came about and we found out about it, it was 100% going to happen. And it's funny that you brought up the Zora bird form, because the packaging that guy comes in is the packaging that Dave actually used for reference to design this packaging.
Oh, cool. Man.
So, yeah, it's going to be really
super
cool.
fun. And I had Nate Barch on here a while back. So you're talking about the Triceraton, is that what he's called? Homage figure. Biona top figure. Yeah, we were talking about that figure because we were looking at the artwork for that that he was working on.
Yeah, dude.
Great stuff, man. I'm excited. And
love
I'm
Nate
also
Barch stuff.
Yes. But I'm also excited about all of the Cyberzoic stuff. I'm looking forward to my trading cards.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
Dude, they are so close to being ready to go. We cannot. Yeah. We play every week, so we actually sit down and play them. And
I know you do. You bunch of nerds.
It's so fun, man.
Yeah, well, I'll be able to play along with you once we get those sets in. Dude, that was not me rushing you at all. So
Oh no, you're good. No, you're good.
Far be it from me to rush people with Kickstarters, as being someone who is constantly fielding people who are like, "Where's my AWOC figures?" But this looks fantastic. I love that you're able to do this, and I love that you and Dave and Ross and everybody else are able to work this into kind of like the main line. I think that's really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, we're so pumped for it. We can't wait to get in people's hands. So I got to make sure that I can get one for you and Adam.
No, thank you, man. If you're really gonna do that, that'd be amazing. And listen, the Ohio one is dope. I wish I could make it, but this one that we're talking about next weekend is also here in LA. If we continue with the MOTUniverse thing on the West Coast, I hope someday, like we were just talking about the 5 different indie companies that are gonna be there.
Yeah,
I would put out into the universe if we could get some of like the same folks, yourselves, everybody else who goes to Legions Con to start to consider maybe planning in maybe a MOTUniverse in their schedule.
Yes.
I would love to hang out with you in the LA area, man.
100%, man. That'd be great. That's my old stomping grounds, man. So I'd love to be out there.
Wait a second. I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. So I was in LA because of football back in 2008 to 2009.
Okay. When you say football, are we talking college ball?
USC under Nick Holtz. Yeah. So
you were USC. Yeah, just so you know, none of those names mean anything to me because I'm not a sports guy. But
do I have to flex for you?
You're like,
I got it. I got the reference. I'm a big football fan.
Okay, fair. It wasn't lost on him.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. And I can't let this go. You were talking about MOTU, and you were talking about like in a very dismissive way. I got to tell you, Chris, you're like, oh, what is it? I don't really get it. It's just a bunch of really big buff guys. And my brain paused. I was like, whatever, Chris.
Well, that's what Dave Tillman said. And he gave me so much flack for it. And then once I started getting into the line, I was like, this is so cool. Oh, what is this? And he has a collection of everything from the line that the Four Horsemen did of it, like the old school stuff, the new stuff, everything. And a bunch of friends of ours actually sculpted these things. So now it's like, I'm going crazy collecting them. It's this, and even the new stuff that they have coming out, incredible.
Dude, if you don't get a Masters of the Universe homage figure at some point, because you're built for it. You should just jump into the. Hey, Chris, thank you so much for jumping on real quick to talk about this thing. I'm super excited about this. I love the reveal. Shout out to Val because he knows how to do it, how to hold a secret, and let it out. I hope he's probably going to be on a bunch of different streams. Maybe soon to talk about it. So I look forward to hearing more about it. But
me too.
That's dope. It's great, man. Congratulations. Thank you for hopping on, dude.
Oh yeah, you guys. It's a pleasure.
We'll talk soon.
Fan. Yes, sir. Later, you guys.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
There goes the chaos, folks. See you, Chris.
That's awesome.
Oh, dude, I totally fired you. But sorry, Chris. But yeah, love you. Bye. Dude, Chris is great, man.
Yeah.
So
No,
yes.
I felt the same way, but like looking at this battle cast, like, all right, I can forgive the lack of knowledge. You're right.
Of what? Oh, around that stuff?
Yeah, when he said like they're just muscle guys and stuff.
Oh no, I was more like, come on, dude. This if there was ever a line for you, easily one of the largest people I know, man. All those guys, those Creative Beast Studios guys are like, dude, they're specimens, man. They work out
really?
as a team. It seems like. Yeah, I'm with you, Larry. That thing looks amazing. Hey, we've got Mikey up in here, the figure report. Ahoy, hoy to you too, sir. Good to see you. And weepaw, mi gente. ¿Qué pasó? Ruben Medina, 4243. Friend of yours? If not, good to see you, man.
That's
Thank you for finding
by the way, that's Wepa.
Oh, perdón.
Wepa, mi gente.
Wepa. Got you. Sorry. Perdón.
Puerto Rican.
Soy Filipino. So, but solidarity with my Boricua folks, because we got some shared history. Philippines, yes, Puerto Rico, Guam, Cuba. But do your homework, folks. Okay, so this is dope. I'm excited about this. I'm so excited to have Chris jump on. Man, I think we've covered a lot between MOTUNIVERSE and all this stuff. There's just one last piece that I need to pick your brain about. Well, two actually. Let's start with the one. MOTU Chronicles.
Yes.
I'm a Masterverse guy.
Yes.
These figures are absolutely fantastic. And as they move down the line, they've just gotten better and better. This is my
cheers, brother. Cheers.
Yes. One of my favorite. This is my favorite Evelyn period ever made. I'm sure Mondo will release one and all.
This is definitely one of my all-time favorite Masterverse figures.
Yep.
Like the work that they did on this is absolutely crazy.
Fantastic.
For a $20 figure.
Hey,
absolutely
Santos.
Beautiful.
Good to see you, friend. But and then the head sculpt on this actually really worked out for
and the finish on his body is absolutely stunning.
Like shiny, almost like, like if you look at there's a little bit of red swirl in there. So that said, when they announced MOTU Chronicles, I was like, well, that's a trip. What are they doing? And I have yet to collect one or grab one. I supposedly have a Scare Glow waiting for me through a friend. And come to think of it, we're trading. And we're going to see each other at MOTUNIVERSE. So I'll just bring it and we'll trade. Shout out to Kenzo. Right. So I might have my first then. But you have been on it, and you've gotten this King Grayskull, and so I know you went through a little bit of a journey with him because you were like, "Oh, this is awesome," and then you're like, hold on." So upon reflection, can you tell us the story? And this is, by the way, folks, I mentioned you should check out his channel. This is his review of this Mattel Creations MOTU Chronicles King Grayskull.
King Grayskull. Yeah.
So. Tell me what your journey with this figure and why you had a little bit of a journey.
So I was super excited when they announced him. So I was happy when he came in, and I was like, all right, let's do the review. I gave him the full on review, the articulation and the movement of the figure. Definitely on another level. It's really, really fantastic. But what happened was, and my review was very positive. Because I'm a positive dude. I was really happy with this purchase. But what happened was then I took him and I went to go put him on my Masters of the Universe shelf. And I was like, oh no. He does not have that physique at all. Now, if anybody saw 2000X, King Grayskull is the fully powered version of what He-Man eventually would become. So he's like 8 foot tall, and like he looks like he's about 800 pounds.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you put this figure up on Masters of the Universe, I was like, oh, he's so tiny. And over here, like I have him next to Hero.
His build.
But
It's not even height that you're talking about, right? Necessarily,
yeah,
but it's
like
also the overall
bulk.
proportions.
Yeah, like it was like, oh, he's missing the multiple, because they are the same size as the classic line. So the classic line and this line is the same height, but obviously there's a huge difference between the body types.
There is. And also, can I just pause you there for a second? Because I don't know, but I haven't seen them side by side. But the heads on Chronicles are smaller, though, right? So, like, if I think about it that way, okay. So the heads are smaller than classics. Okay, sorry, keep going.
So, but again, their proportions, like classics, has what Roger Sweet and Mark Taylor had intended for the Masters of the Universe line. That was supposed to be their signature, was their muscle, their bulk. So now taking that away, it's just, to me, feels like just another 6-inch line. Now it does feel like Marvel Legends. Now it does feel like G.I. Joe Classifieds, which takes
and you don't
away,
like that, which
for me, it takes away the meaning of what it is to be MOTU. You know, Pixel Dan made a very interesting comment in his video where he had the core line, the Origins, and the Chronicles line next to each other, where he said, I had to, in my mind, divorce my idea of MOTU from what they released. And for me, even just using the word divorced has a negative connotation, negative feel to it, right? Like, I understand what he's trying to say. Like, it's like, you know, I have to, but it's like, that's not what Roger Sweet or Mark Taylor designed the line to be. So, you know, it's very, very easy. Like, I was able to do, you know, some kit bash to get him to the size that I want him to be.
Like, you did a video about making that figure right there, where you actually did your kind of like mix and match. So I'm looking at some Master's body.
Yes, and I had to shape the ball so that, because the ball peg on these are different. It's funny, they made the ball peg on these smaller, but the one on the core line does fit the regular Masterverse ball peg. It's interesting. I don't know why they did that. But yeah, like,
versus like Origins and Masterverse both have very similar ball pegs.
Yes.
I wonder if that's a movie thing, but an Amazon MGM kind of contract thing, but who knows?
Interesting. I mean, I'm not sure. But then what they did with the Origins version of the He-Man, because this head obviously would fit, but they gave him his flesh tone a different color. So there's no Masterverse that has this flesh tone.
I don't know why they do that. It's so weird. Yeah, they don't like, they clearly have pop and swap ability built in, particularly around Origins, but they don't sort of plan around that in a way that makes it fun to do easily, right? So much skin tone. So this is interesting to see. Go ahead. I was just going to talk about this.
Like the posability on the figures are really good. I can't take away anything from what Mattel did on the posability. I need them to find a way, keeping the articulation, to put that MOTU muscle back on these figures.
Because you want the big, bulky, beefy Arnold Schwarzenegger and the bodybuilders of that era.
It's like
Joe,
you know,
Joe Weider, is that was his name back in the day in comic books? He used to sell,
So it's like you know, being told like, oh, there's a new Conan movie coming out, and it's gonna be, you know, dynamic and super this, that, and the third, and then the Conan movie comes out and it's starring Pedro Pascal, and it's like, it's fine. Pedro Pascal is an absolutely amazing actor, right? Like G.I. Joe Classifieds and Marvel Legends in their own rights, they're fantastic figures. But that's not what I'm going to go see a Conan movie for. That's not what I'm going to go buy a Masters of the Universe figure for.
Did you? It wasn't the best movie, but did you happen to see the Jason Momoa Conan?
Yes. Yes.
So it's body wise, even him too, right? He's kind of like a Masterverse, the first body and a Chronicles. Yeah. See, and I think that's a good example where I will say I totally hear you. Because again, we were sold a particular vision. And when I say we, I mean those of us of the 1900s.
Yes.
And I just want to throw out there.
I am proudly 1900s when it comes to MOTU.
And I want to throw out there that I hear you, and I think they do sort of like cater to that sort of look in some ways, right? Like with Origins, for example. And I know there's that. And they've done classics, which were also big and bulky. And so they've done those things at different times. What I think we're seeing, including in Nick Galanzi, what's his name? Nick
Galanzi.
Yeah. I think there's a body type that is probably one that is a little bit more sort of accessible to this generation. Like it's just different. I remember that. There was that Conan the Barbarian. There were the Barbarian brothers.
Yes.
But then at the same time, what was his name? Beastmaster. He wasn't exactly gigantic either.
You got a Beastmaster. You know, this is my Beastmaster kit badge using the Chronicles body.
That's good. Is there Kodo and Podo?
That's what I'm looking for. I haven't found those yet.
Get your Creative Beast Smilodon on for the tiger. But I will say, I think that's probably what's going on. They're trying to figure out like how to bring it into the sort of modern day sensibility. And it's a tough one. I know it's a tough one for the folks who grew up with this thing, who want to see the thing that they knew on the screen, especially since they were kind of robbed that. I don't know, that's probably not the right word, but when we got Dolph Lundgren, he wasn't huge either, right? He wasn't of the Arnold Schwarzenegger body type either. So I get the desire to see that in live action because we've never actually ever seen it.
But there's a different, like if Mattel would continue the Masterverse line, like I don't have an issue with Chronicles. Chronicles can exist on its own.
Right.
It's like when Super 7 did like the Remax lines where it's like the 3 3/4 inch. Like it's fine. Like you know, somebody's gonna buy them. But to say like all of a sudden like that's gonna be your adult collector line when you didn't you didn't get to Filmation Prince Adam, you didn't get to Filmation any of the Masters of the Universe Filmation. You did She-Ra's characters in Masterverse. Like it's like there's so much that Masterverse didn't get to.
It's so true. I
was hoping like for next year would be the 25th anniversary of the 2000X. I was hoping that there was going to be a 2000X Masterverse release to celebrate the 25th anniversary. But
I thought that, I agree with you. I would have loved to have seen that. I would have loved to see more Princess of Power. I would have loved to see more New Etheria. Right, we were just
like we never got a bow, right? We never got a bow in Masterverse.
So like, I mean, I'm kind of waiting and seeing how Chronicles develops, but I too am of the mindset where it's less about I didn't like it, but more like, ooh, I would love for them to work scale wise with my Masterverse. So there's a little bit of a thing that's like a little bit tricky. Oh, what's up, Rick? But I don't know. I think they absolutely look good. I'm with you on the articulation. What I've seen is for Mattel and Mattel figures, I think this is some of the better stuff that they've been able to do and really exploring even something that kind of resembles and functions sort of like a butterfly cut and all of that. Is his waist a ball peg or is it swivel?
Yeah, the top part you can pop off nice and easy. So it is. I
wish they did that with Masterverse. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. But
what about the waist swivel, straight swivel?
No, there is a ball joint there, but
cool.
This part I'm scared of. I haven't really tried popping this off because it feels like it's gonna break.
Sure, I mean but they put that in there. Yeah, they put that in there. They have all the right stuff, I think, for what I'm looking for, and that's really interesting and exciting. Is there a boot swivel or a thigh swivel?
Is. There's boots and rockers. No, they removed the thigh cut. There is a swivel.
Is
They
it
removed
much?
the thigh cut. Yeah, actually, it's pretty good.
Okay.
So it's like the articulation is on par with Mayfix.
Oh, wow.
I
That's
did
a
say
big
that.
statement.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Well, because
Absolutely
everything that
on
I've
par.
seen, I'm a little bit when it comes to the this movement, I really want to see that dramatic thing. And I've seen videos of these figures where it's there beginning there, but it seems like they could cut out a little bit more material to really get you to do these things. Right. Like they were saying
the butterflies are limited.
Yeah. They made a big deal about, like, I remember when they were rolling it out at New York Comic Con about, like, hey, they can, they can hold to. It's like, yeah, I know a lot of figures can, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But I think it looks great. I'll just say, even though I'm actually at this point not going in full on with Chronicles the way I did with Masterverse, I'm happy they exist, and I'm like all for it. Like I think there's a thing where I have to turn off my 80s mind and brain, just like I did when 2000X came in. I had to adjust it, or when New Adventures came on, I had to adjust it. And I think in 2026, I'm just happy it exists. I'm happy that I'm going to go to a MOTUNIVERSE con next weekend, and I'm glad that there's going to be one in September. I assume that the conversation that we had today and this, like, what do you think of this line versus this line? I'm going to be hearing a lot of it next week. But I will say that what I'm really excited about, the way Mega J and Mikey, Attorney and Royalty, have sort of framed the conversation for MOTUNIVERSE, is that it's one that's very much sort of steeped in celebration of all of it, right? There's Revelation folks going to be there. There's Revelation. There's, stuff around Origins and all the vintage and comics and all of the 2000X classics, whatever. And I think that really is ultimately the thing, right? We celebrate Masters of the Universe because we're stuck, man. We're like literally, we're quite stuck in our love for this thing. But I love that you're breaking it down, folks. Seriously, you should go check out ComicFanMan's channel. A lot of great thoughts and sort of like honest interactions with these things, because you can hear, like, I will say that I don't 100% agree with everything ComicFanMan says, but I love talking with him about it and hearing it. We didn't even get to Revolution. That's for another time. But again, I have a piece of me that was a little bit sad to see this thing again, because I love Revelation, King Grayskull. And I thought it was a real smart design choice as well. It was just dope to see a dude with melanin like be King Grayskull. But also, like, they had King Grayskull in that. They had Wondar, they had Vicor, and Adam. So it's like the idea that
you also
this King Grayskull would be another blonde dude was too similar.
They did have the rights to Sunman. That would have been an awesome time to bring Sunman into the Masters of the Universe.
Oh, for sure. No, totally. But I guess what I meant is, remember, they had Savage He-Man. They turned Adam into Savage He-Man, which was a big, buff, long-haired, blonde guy. So I could also see why I was like, wait, was that the same guy we saw King Grayskull? You know what I mean? It was just sort of like, but that said, I'm down with this. This is great. I'm glad to sort of see them kind of lean into the 2000X King Grayskull a little bit again. I know he's not exactly the body type that you want. But again, you and I are old men with old men money. So we get to do things like pop and swap. And
he's definitely the body type I
you
want
just
now.
you just get to customize and build the one you want.
Yeah.
Anyway, you've got a lot of cool stuff.
He-Man, by the way.
Yes, that's a great body. And then you did this, so I don't need to spend time on Animal Wars of the Kingdom. They don't pay me enough to get all this free advertising on this channel. I'm just kidding. But in general, I watched your video, it seemed like you're into it. Do you have any more thoughts after you've been sitting with a figure, or any more thoughts? You've kind of having hung out with it for a while.
What they've done is really amazing. Like the articulation, I love the fact that that this is like a really nice soft rubber, so it doesn't really hinder his leg movement. He comes with wonderful accessories. The fact that they thought about putting this little peg here for the shield, Like
One of my
really
favorite things.
great, like, little ideas that, like, just really complete the figure. So
wait till you see what's coming in the next couple things, man. There's some real like
yeah,
little clever things like that. But how about that butterfly though? Compare that butterfly to
much
the
better.
Chronicles. Yeah.
Yes, it's I think
My
did I
favorite.
mention that in the video? But
You
yes, this
did.
butterfly, this butterfly
Yeah.
is definitely better than what Mattel has done with the Chronicles. Like I said, the Chronicles body it's a wonderful body. Technically,
Sure.
what they did is amazing. They just need to bulk it up. Like for me, I look at it as it's the prototype for their upcoming DC adult line.
Yep.
Like
100%.
I can
I
see
think
that being a perfect body for Superman, for Batman, Nightwing, and those characters.
I fully suspect that that's some of the stuff that's happening. Because if you're also
Yes.
looking at what else is happening at Mattel, the K-pop Demon Hunters that they showed at New York Comic Con, we've got faceplates they're exploring. Like they're doing, they're taking this opportunity with these new IP and this new iteration of MOTU, as well as now DC, I think, to really stretch a little bit and try, and they've probably seen what's been happening in the adult action figure collectibles yada yada space, and are probably just like, hey, this is our chance that we're building new bodies, new toys, what can we bring into it? So I'm really glad they're doing all this. And you mentioned the DC, Kyle Wadaga is working on it, and I know that he loves action figures and he's very much paying attention to what's out there in terms of articulation and sculpt. And so I trust in him and the rest of the team to do something really cool with DC, because it's about time it switched up from McFarlane. So we'll see.
I think McFarlane started good, but he's kind of been sitting on their laurels for the last few waves.
Man, we've been going a while now, and like I love talking with you about MOTU, and it's been a while because again I've been talking about other people's toy lines for the last couple of days, which has been awesome for the last couple of shows. But let's do one last thing. The movie's coming out, and I already know because I asked you about this. I just want folks to know that right now, after this show, hell, you can stop watching us now and just go switch over. In YouTube, type in Eternia, Daniel Pemberton, and you'll get to hear the first track that's been released from the soundtrack. And if you're a nerd like me, I just mentioned it to you and you knew exactly. It was like you hadn't seen it. You hadn't heard this yet, right?
Nope, not yet.
But it's Daniel Pemberton doing the composing with one Brian May, for folks, if you're an old guy from the 1900s or into music. Brian May played with this one band called Queen back in the day. And he's a guitarist for Queen. And he is also famous for being on another soundtrack, couple really, Highlander, if that makes any sense to people.
Yes.
And Flesh. If you listen to this, you'll feel a little bit of that full on like 80s electrified, fantasy. And it's a little bit sci-fi. There's a little bit more of like a electronic music vibe to it, mixed in with Brian May's guitar, beautiful melody that like gets in your ear and you're kind of humming it. So treat yourself. Go down or go listen to Eternia by Daniel Pemberton and Brian May. ComicFanMan, that has to be the first thing you do after we get off. Yes?
Definitely on it.
Cool. And so maybe the sounds will help conjure in your mind the extra muscle mass that might be missing from current iterations of Masters of the Universe.
All right. They'll bring back Masterverse. I have hope.
Yeah. It seems like they keep saying it's on pause. It's on pause. So who knows? I'm sure they're like leaving themselves a little bit of wiggle room. We'll see.
Yeah.
But man, I really appreciated hanging out with you today, talking toys, a lot of MOTU. I'm gearing up.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. You're doing good stuff on the channel. And then, we didn't get to spend too much time talking about TT Toys and Mess and some of the other things. You got a little bit of the LPZ in there. But what else is going to be coming up on the channel? You got new videos dropping that you want to let folks know about?
Well, like I said, this finally came in.
Oh, that's right. That's right. A little bit more MOTU talk.
I'll definitely be working on that. All right, you know what?
MOTU.
What the heck? I'll show you him with his Mike Tyson sweater on.
Oh my God, what are you doing? Okay.
Mike Tyson coming down the ring with the towel.
It's funny when you held that up, it looked like so there is, oh gosh, what is it? Is it when He-Man goes back to the hero age and he's kind of in disguise?
Oh,
it kind of reminded me of that. And it reminded me of, yes, and a little bit of what was the dentist guy? Molar.
Yes, Molar.
That's cool. So you're already kind of putting some things on him and playing with him, huh?
No, that's why he comes with. He comes with that, so that way the harness doesn't rub on his paint.
Oh, he comes shipped with it. Oh, okay, got it. It's not meant to be a garment. Oh, look at them.
No. That's
a lot of love.
Yeah. No, it's spectacularly packaged, I will say.
Do you own any Storm collectibles?
I do not. I do have Saget on pre-order.
Okay.
So
the main reason I ask is because the build on that, I know from Hector, was something that they were really looking at what Storm was doing to be able to retain some of the sculpt and have good articulation. So there's like that underframe that you're seeing, and that soft sort of muscly thing is very much like a Storm collectibles build that they were sort of studying. Cool. So that's cool. I can't wait to see the video. And you think that's coming out this week? It's going to be done this week, or
I'm going to try I'm going to work on it because this one I want to do a lot because I have a lot of thoughts on this figure. But I am also going to do a photo shoot for him as well. So yeah, probably sometime this week. But
cool, man. I look forward to seeing it because I'm living through you on a lot of these, including Chronicles and 2000X, Mondo 2000X.
Awesome.
So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, but thank you, man. Thanks for hanging out, and we'd love to have you back on, and we can talk more about everything else because there's lots of toys, and there's gonna be a movie. We can check in about the movie and see if we loved it, we hated it.
That's one of the things. When the movie's done, I will definitely have a movie review. Even though I normally do toys, I absolutely will have a movie review.
Love it. Yeah. All right, folks. Well, thank you to everybody who's been hanging out live with us today. We had like a whole host of characters both in the chat. We got Chaotic, some chaos up in here. Chris Chaotic from Creative Beast Studios. It was awesome. We got to hang out with ComicFanMan. So go follow ComicFanMan for sure. Go follow Creative Beast Studios.
Thank you guys.
That QR code that's hanging out there on the bottom right side of the screen. Sorry, I should go bottom left, right. Under ComicFanMan, that'll take you to the file where I have all the links. So definitely go follow everybody. That'll be there. And I will say, I will be at MOTUNIVERSE next week, which means I will not be here to do a show. And I'm actually not going to pre-record a show. So what I'm going to do is actually hang out with our buddy E, who was in the chat earlier. I'm going to be hanging out with him Tuesday night. I think I have that right. And I might even be able to squeeze one more in just because of fun. Like it's been a while. And again, I love talking to the creators, but being able to talk about a bunch of random stuff and just be like, hey, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? Show me your figures. Miss it a little bit. So anyway, thank you, ComicFanMan.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Anytime, brother. Anytime.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
I'm sorry, very quickly. I wanted to apologize to Mega J because I was the one that spammed the King Randor comment. That was me. Sorry.
You mean so you were the one who was like King Randor's in that screen? King Randor's in that screen. That was you?
And it was because I didn't know what the time delay was on the chat.
Hilarious.
And when I saw it coming up, I was like, oh no. So sorry, Mega J. That was me. I apologize.
Mega J is the most patient, diplomatic person on his streams. So he was like, okay, we got it. I was like, oh
yeah.
Wow.
I was like, oh man.
He's totally
and
fine.
I was like, oh no, it's gonna come up like 6 more times.
I'll extend it. Yeah, gonna hang out with you, McNeil, which is gonna be awesome. Can't wait to see Danny and this in real life next weekend. Kevin, thank you for hanging out with us today. Appreciate everybody. This is the part where I try to remember how to end the show smoothly, but I clearly haven't because I'm narrating it. I'm gonna play some music and then we're gonna go. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Have a good night, everyone. Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you all.
Have a great week. Be good. Peace, power, all the things. Hey, look at Kevin's comment still there. He's saying great. And D-Town Joey, it's fine. We'll see you soon. Come back Tuesday, hanging out with this guy. Night, everybody.